Hello everyone, Aaron Wheeler, CEO and General Manager of Howell-Oregon Electric Cooperative, just jumping on here for a few minutes to talk to you about Peak Alert. Why do we call Peak Alert, but most importantly, how does it affect you? This summer, we've already called Peak Alert once, and reading through Facebook comments and other social media outlets, we realized that there may be some misunderstanding about why we call Peak Alert, so I want to clarify that. There are two reasons that we're going to call Peak Alert. The most common, the most popular reason is we're always looking at costs and the cost in the future. In past videos at this year's annual meeting, I said that there's going to be a rate increase in the near future. It's not if, but it is when, and it's going to be how much. So how do we find ways to control what that rate increase is going to be? And one key component is the peak alerts that we set, the peak demand that we set. So why do we call it? We're always looking towards Show Me Power Electric Cooperative, who is the one that provides us with our electricity, which ultimately goes to you. They bill us on the peaks that we set. Now, in the past, we were always concerned with setting an all-time record peak, but that's really not the case anymore. Every year, Show Me is looking at the peak that we set in the previous year, and that is what they bill us on. So the peak that we set this year will be in the billing for next year. So the more that we save now, the more that we save in the future, which ultimately helps back off of any potential rate increase that we're going to have. Second reason, and this is a rare one, I think it's only happened once in my career, is if we're running out of capacity or we're running out of generation or there's this major strain on the grid. Now, if that happens, trust me, there will be no doubt as to why we're calling it peak. There will be red flags everywhere. We'll be hitting the members up saying, hey, we need to back off. But like I said, that is extremely rare. The most common reason is we're just looking at ways to control cost to the members. So hopefully this clarifies why we call peak. This week, it's going to be hot, and most likely we're going to call peak several days this week, even going into the weekend. So as you see those peak alerts from us, just want you to know the reasons why. And as always, if you have questions or concerns, feel free to reach out to us. We're here to help. Everyone have a great week.